it's all
Right.
perspective too, because in a
But
sense.
hold on.
Okay.
Regardless, it's not even about just my religion. I feel like
But they do this in every place
no,
because a lot of people tell me they have these problems in churches. Some people say they have these problems in mosques. Some people say they have these problems in rabbis, as if they feel like the leaders of these places are like kind of like salesmen collecting money.
and that's my whole point. My point is just like, how would you know, how would you get to know of God if you never taught God?
Well,
But so
the
hold on,
way I
hold on.
look at it like this. Hold on, let me pause you there because I wanna add on to that. The way I look at it like this is it's all perspective. So we can only hope that the leader of this church or this mosque or this center or this any spiritual atmosphere has good intention behind what they ask you to donate. Because I'm a big believer in the philosophy of like if you truly believe that God is your provider, then spending it should be no problem. So I do feel like if somebody has it, it's not, I don't have 1,000 to give because God is the provider, so you should just give it without fear of poverty because God is the abundant provider, the infinite provider.
Nah, bro, I don't believe
So
that.
that's my philosophy. So
So give all
yes,
your bread up.
no, well, not all your bread up. I mean,
But that's
it's not all your bread,
my
but if you
my.
have it, you could give it. I'm
I
not saying you don't. I'm not saying you're obliged to give it, but I think the philosophy of not fearing poverty, like what, if I'm in a position to help this person, I'm not gonna fear.
no. My point is, bro.
You know,
Why? Again,
and I understand what you're
it's
saying
it's
too, though.
political.
The place has bills and
Okay,
things
you
that they must
beautiful,
upkeep and to
bro.
maintain.
You know how much money they make that night? You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? The
but
bills is not that. I
I'm not
understand.
saying all of them because of course, there's crooked people in
My
every
point is
industry.
though, it wasn't
You
even
know,
about
now, I
our
understand what you're saying
our
though.
religion specifically. My
Yeah,
point is like, how would you get to know of God if you were never taught the concept of God? Like, cause you could have easily not been in Morocco. You could have easily been born in like fucking China, bro, or India,
yeah,
and been just a Hindu kid or a
yeah.
Buddhist kid. So I feel like even everybody being put in these different religions
Hmm.
is a test for everyone in a sense. It's because it's like the identity that you build up with your ego is what really stops you from seeing the ultimate because you have no idea what the ultimate is, and if you think you do, then you can't see it because you have a concept of what it might be. But if you have no concept, you tell yourself, "Yo, I have no fucking idea what it could be," then it comes shooting at you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But
It's like,
then
cause like,
there's
hold
also
on.
people that were sent, divine people that were sent with messages for us. Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, somebody selling. Like these people had divine answers. And I kind of think, in a sense, I kind of try to focus on what I can learn from these things. I think it really matters. That makes sense because I feel like if something came from like there's our intelligence. Like if I told you a story and I left out, let's say I told you a story and I left out 5% of the story, right?
Okay.
You might have a whole different perspective on the story. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for us as human beings, I feel like our intelligence is all limited, and I feel like all things taught are taught through divine present experiences. That makes sense. I feel like nothing that we learn, everything that we know is only by the permission of God that we know it. That's why other people don't are on the same page as us. That's why there's somebody else who might have a knowledge that we don't have.
But
You know.
why would they even why would the process of say awakening or some kind of enlightenment even be possible? What is the point of it? Is say if it happens to you, right, and you get enlightened somehow, or you something some kind of awakening happens. What is the point of all that? What do you do with it? Do you do you do you use it to? Because now if you're using it to try to help other people transform, how you don't even know what
Well, I
you
think
don't even know what it is.
transformation starts first from within. So I think first it would just have to be me focusing on how much I don't know.
Like
And the reason why
good,
I don't know,
I
because
agree.
infinite knowledge and infinite wisdom is with the Creator only. So all of us are the same. So all of us don't know. we all just learn things. I take things, I learn it from you. I might learn something from him. Just little things, and it's vice
hold
versa.
on.
It's
Do
like,
you truly believe you don't know? Or
I think nobody knows.
okay, and I'm gonna ask you. So now you read the Quran,
Yes.
right? Do you believe the Quran?
Yes, of course.
Now belief means I I believe like
yeah, fully
I believe that guy's a good guy, but I don't know.
No. You already know, man.
No,
Everything
okay,
that's
but again,
yeah.
so then that doesn't mean you don't know. That means you think you know.
Well, I
because of what
only
you were
know.
taught.
I only know what God has revealed to me. Anything other than
But he
what God
hasn't
has
revealed
revealed,
it to you
how hasn't He?
because the Quran wasn't revealed to you.
Absolutely, it was
It was
not revealed through me, not through me, but
It was revealed to Muhammad.
no. But what I'm saying is, you have access to it, correct? You have access to it, right?
Okay, they say it
No,
hasn't been altered and changed and stuff like that.
Of course, it was revealed through Prophet Muhammad. Of course, I'm not saying it was revealed through me personally. I'm saying throughout my life, it's something that I grew up around
Of course,
to understand.
I understand what you're saying.
That's the life that I was born into. That was
Imagine you,
and same for you.
but imagine
you know?
okay, imagine we weren't.
Mhm.
Imagine we were born in some Christian family,
Okay.
okay, or some Hindu family, some Buddhist family. You know what I'm saying? We would have a whole nother experience of all of that. So now my point is again, so it's like imagine you had no concept of God. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
But I think
I'm
what
not
we
trying
do-
to shake you from your faith. My point is it's like imagine for a second you not that you don't believe, you just don't know anything.
When I say we don't know, I'm saying we don't know. I'm not saying we don't know.
Look,
of
when I
course,
said-
we know like
when I
God
finally-
and our Creator, but I'm saying we don't know. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know like a lot of our opinions. We're talking about apart from spirituality and religion. Like spirituality and religion is facts, and it's what's been revealed. And the Bible is facts, and the Ten Commandments and the Torah from David, that's facts. It's facts what's been revealed through divine revelation. I'm
Yeah,
saying
but we don't
everything
know it's facts,
outside
though.
of that.
We don't know it's facts, bro.
How
because
don't we?
it's all coming from human thought and imagination. Like we don't know. Like okay, I
It's
hear
not.
You, bro. Look,
Yeah, but there's scientific facts in the Quran which humans
then you
didn't
can say
even
the
know
scientific
about
facts
till
in the Bible.
No, but I'm telling you, I'm only speaking.
My whole point is like this, bro. Look,
Yeah.
look. Let me give you my grand point.
Okay.
All these Abrahamic religions, whether it's Islam, Judaism, Christianity, we all have one thing in common.
But what was
We
Abraham's
believe in
mission?
God.
But what was Abraham's
Hold
mission
on, real
statement?
quick. My whole point is
Okay.
we all believe in God, right? So why all this division between not like Christianity has all these sects, even Catholicism has all these sects, Islam has all these sects, Buddhism and Judaism and all these fucking different things have different sects because everybody's all agreeing to one thing. Okay, there's God, but how we get there, we don't agree to. So I feel like the rules and indoctrinations makes you miss the whole point. So when you finally say, you know what, bro, nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. Like when I finally said, because I used to be, because I'm born and raised Muslim, right? But then one day I was like, this is bullshit. I was like,
Have you
I'm
read the
atheist.
Quran?
Not front to back, no.
So if you didn't read the Quran, how can you make that statement?
But because it's
The
not.
statement can't be valid without the Quran read fully, because you'll see when you read the Quran and when you read other religious books, you'll see that the Quran has zero contradictions in it. And not only zero contradictions, but the scientific facts. It explains to you what happens in a baby's stomach.
It's not about
It
contradictions.
explains what happens in the womb after sperm is ejaculated into a woman, what happens to the baby. No contradictions. It's perfect. It explains to you about the moon, the stars, and how the sun orbits before man even understood that the world was orbiting. It explains certain things, and until today, it never had any contradiction. So I just believe there's my opinion, and then there's divine
again, but still,
order.
but you and somebody else that's Christian still believe in God.
Yes.
Okay.
There's no difference between me
Okay,
and somebody who's
but-
Christian. Because me and somebody who's Christian, we both believe in what has been revealed to God, and we try to worship that to the best of our knowledge.
Okay,
We
but
both believe in what has been revealed through the angels to the prophets.
But you would say somebody that's Christian his way of believing is right or wrong.
I'll tell them, listen,
But you got to answer straightforward.
I'll tell them that our life,
But that's my whole point. You
Yes.
see the conflict again, look, bro.
Uh-huh.
Because you're a good guy. You'll
thank you, so
no,
are
no,
you.
no, thank you. I appreciate it. You're a good guy. You know what I'm saying? You're tolerant.
Mhm.
But there's people that are far less tolerant than you.
Mhm.
My point is, it's like the more you try to.
What I'm saying is this, man. I'm not saying there's a difference between Muslims and Christians and Jews. I think we are all one, and we all return to God. When we read the Quran, it doesn't say, "Oh, you Muslims are different than Jews." It's
But again,
calling.
but you don't know.
But the Quran is a calling to those who follow
But
Judaism
again,
and
but you still
Christianity.
don't know for sure.
Because this is also
But you don't know for sure.
why would you say I don't know for sure?
Because you don't.
How would you say
You
that?
can't know for sure.
But that's where faith comes in.
I hear you.
But that's why we're here.
I hear you.
So that explains everything.
It doesn't explain.
Yes, it does. Because
Not
that
explain.
question, faith is really, it's all faith and intention.
I'm not saying God doesn't exist. I'm saying why does it have to be in any certain kind of way that somebody says it's the way it's supposed to be? Okay, you're supposed to pray.
Apart from religion, because like we said
But my whole
before, I want to say this too. It's not even
Again,
about
but
religion.
hold on. Let me go back to my
Because
original
if we
question.
go
How would
back-
one come to know God if you were never taught the concept of Islam?
It's not even about Islam. It's about history, true, authentic. What really transpired.
You're not hearing my
Okay,
question.
yeah,
If
yeah,
nobody
uh-huh.
taught you any religion,
But we're
How-
saying put religion aside. 'Cause
Complete
religion is
everything.
a practice. Religion is a practice.
say you never even knew
So
anything
we're
about
gonna
God.
put-
Nobody ever
but
taught
We're
you.
gonna put the
So
practice
you were
aside.
born on an island.
Yes, but listen, hold on. We're gonna put the practice aside.
Yes, all of that.
Okay, we're talking about history. Okay, because if we go all the way back to day fucking one, it still goes
I'm
back
asking
to
you a simple
Adam
question. Hold on,
and
stop,
Eve.
stop, hold
apart
on.
from religion,
Forget
apart
all
from
that.
religion, yes or no? Does it go all the way back to Adam and Eve? Yes or no? 'Cause
We don't
religion is a
even know if
practice.
that story is real. Do you understand?
Okay, yes, that's true.
That's my point. But it's the story even might be, even if the story's fake, the story still might be truer, realer than real. It's not the point. You know what I'm trying to say? My point is like, when I finally told myself I don't know anything about anything, but I kind of embraced even when I looked at the worst things that happened to me in my life with a sense of majesty for the divine, that I didn't like. When I was going through my shit, I went through like psychosis, whatever the fuck it was. When I was going through my shit, I wasn't like, I came to like a higher power, God, on my own. Like I felt it, you know. And then I remember I was sitting in my car, and like, you know, I had this moment, whatever. And like even before I had the moment, I knew God existed, but I wasn't looking for God. I was trying to find within myself answers. Because if it's like, if we all have a sparkle of God in us, you know, a little sparkle, because
But
we all
see,
come from Him.
but you see
answer's
how you
inside of
speak of God. Why is it that you speak of God in this way?
Because why does it have to be from somebody that taught me what God is?
No. But I'm saying for you to speak of God in this way, somebody would have taught you who God is, correct? Because some people.
No, because
no,
I
no,
felt
no.
something.
Because some people.
I felt something,
hear me.
bro.
But some people, you felt something from God, from your Creator, correct? Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
But somebody taught you about the Creator, because there's another person who says, I felt the statue over there that I worship, I felt that guy in me.
No. But what
You know,
I
so
but what
the
I felt
question
wasn't
would
what I
be-
was taught.
Yeah.
What I felt wasn't what I was taught, bro.
So what contradicts what you felt versus what you were taught?
I felt like everything was, I don't know how to explain it to you. Everything was like, I realized
You
this
felt
is
like you
exactly
were-
what I realized.
you felt like you were
I was sitting-
divinely
I was, hold
guided,
on, I was
correct?
sitting in my car, right?
Okay.
I was sitting in my car, and I get very meditative
Yeah.
because I just left one of my boys' house. He blew trial. They gave him 10 years. I leave one of my boys' house, and I get very meditative. And I start thinking about I put myself in his shoes, and I start thinking about all the shit that went on in my life up until this point. And I kind of feel bad for myself. I take this breath in. But then I had like this realization. I was like, but if none of that shit would have happened to me, how have I ever learned all these things about life and myself and everything? I was like, holy shit. I was like, all the worst things that happened to me were the best things that ever happened to me. Because I wouldn't have became this interesting person that
But
knows
the
so
point
much
that I'm
about
saying
life.
is, the
But
point that I'm saying
hold on,
is, okay.
that realization
Yes.
gave me this magic, this wow, like, wow.
Now let me
about
ask you
life.
this: do you trust in your Creator?
I trust in the system that he created,
No.
definitely.
No, because you said you went through a simulation, and that was like a divine experience for you, right?
I don't know what it was, bro. It was very weird. So,
Now, what do you think?
for everybody listening, it was a very weird experience. I'm sitting in my car.
You think
so,
that was an experience from God?
hold on. So let me finish the story. So after I had that kind of realization, I'm like, wow. I'm sitting in my car, and I say out loud, as if I know the universe is listening to me, right? And I go, even if this is all a simulation, I was like, even if this is all a simulation, thank you for all the good, all the bad, everything
Who are you
that's
saying
ever happened.
thank you
I
to?
have no idea, but I knew. So, it's like it was listening.
So
Hold
maybe
on, hold on.
perhaps something created you.
I knew something was something's
that.
always listening, bro. Everything is conscious. The walls are listening. Everything is listening.
But
You know what I'm
were
trying to say? And
thinking?
then when I find, because I was thinking everything is perfect exactly the way it is, even the worst things. It's how else would you figure
Or
anything
were you
out?
thinking God? Were you thinking the universe? Were you thinking?
I was thinking, whatever it was, you don't know what it is. You just say thank you to whatever it is.
But we do know.
You
'cause
don't know.
according-
You don't
But
know.
no. What I mean is, according. 'cause
Hold
there
on,
were
so
people
look,
sent.
hold on, real quick.
There was
So,
there's Moses.
hold on, real quick.
There's
Let me finish the
Jesus.
story. It's a very interesting story. So I'm
These
sitting.
people matter.
So I'm sitting.
Yeah.
And I say out loud, thank you, to universe. And I sit there and like in a wow. I'm like, wow. Wow. I'm so wowed out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, frozen seal. Yo, can you put that volume down, whoever's. Appreciate you. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, like I get this warmth from my legs and my arms, and these little green eyes start popping up everywhere. And I'm like, fuck, I'm frozen in my thing. And I'm like, it's almost like, have you ever seen the Evil Eye, the blue one? These were green. You know what I'm saying? And they're all around me, popping up in different sizes. And I'm like, in my car, what the fuck is going on? And it was almost like I was in this ancient fucking computer, bro. Because I was hearing this sound, like this weird buzzing sound. And it's like it was almost like the universe was staring at me, and they're like, what the what are you thinking about? Would you, what did you realize? Like, I came to like a deep realization, like I was very thankful for everything. Finally, I was no longer like, fucking life, everything sucks. Why me? I was finally like, oh, thank you. Perfect. Me. Thank you. Me. It was perfect. You put me through the perfect experiences for me to get to this point. So now other people that are having issues, hopefully I can articulate it to them in a way, but they don't have to go through the same shit I went through, and I can just break it down easy. Like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Let me now do the same shit.
I think we're always students. I think that's important to know, because by the grace of God, there's things that He has revealed to us. But there's also a lot more for us throughout our journeys. And not to insult anything, because obviously, I have a lot of respect for you and a lot of respect for the things that you go through. But I think, yes.
Wait, but I didn't finish the story.
Okay.
I didn't finish the story.
Sorry,
So I'm sitting, and all these green eyes are like staring at me, right? Staring at me. What the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, I feel like there's warmth coming up from my arms and my legs, and then like my vision goes like black, like spin like this, and then like poof, explosion from my head, bro. Like I felt it coming up from the back, all the way up, back of my spine, up to my head, then poof, like exploded out of my brain. It was like a body orgasm for like 10 minutes straight, bro. And it brought me like, when it first happened, I swear to God, bro, I was in my car, my eyes were like rolled back behind my head, and I'm like in this kind of room. There was like this lady there. I don't know what it kind of was, some like weird, bro. And like I look up and I see like these gears. They're like, the whole room's like gray, with different shades of gray, and these gears of light. It's like it's like the gear room that's running everything, These gears of, and just majestic lights coming out of it. And she's like, she turns around, she looks at me, she's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing here? You're like, not what the fuck, but she's like, what are you doing here? I was like, mad scared. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, no, look how cute you are. I was like, what do you mean, look how cute I am? And then like, and I just started like, it was almost as like I was like in a little like ship, like whatever the fuck it was, like traveling, and it's just showing me all the shit. But right before my boy called me and it broke me out of the whatever the fuck it was trance, I started seeing this web and it shows you like, and it showed me mind, body, spirit, like mind, body, spirit. It's like work on your mind, get your thoughts in order, get like clarity of thought, get your body in shape, and then get spiritually connected as much as you can. Because it's at the end of the day, like you said, be it Christianity, Islam, Judaism, they're all paths to the same thing.
No.
They're all paths to the same thing.
They're all paths. Yes, they're all paths to the same thing. But the history tells, authentic history tells that things, because you know, my family is a Christian family, Baptist family,
Yeah.
converts from Baptist Christianity, right?
Yeah, but mine was
So-
probably
So
Baptist.
the truth is, because we follow what has been revealed by God to what we know best. All human beings, because all human beings know that we will return to God, and you know, well, some people believe there's no life after death, but the facts are that we will return to our creators just like everything else in this universe. You know, so everybody tries to comprehend and understand why we
I
are
don't
here.
think you can, because you have
Yes.
to break free.
But it's not even just it's not breaking
It is a
free.
breaking free.
It's not about
It's a breaking free
It's
of
about
what?
authentic revelation. We want something that's been revealed from the angels through God that did not get changed, because is there not
Bro, everybody's
paintings?
trying to break free.
But is there not paintings?
Imagine we've had this conversation for eons.
But think about this though. Think about this. Is there not paintings of Jesus being white, right? It's paintings of Jesus being white, right?
Bro, he's
But facts tell. The
of
history
course he's
tells,
from the Middle East. Of course
Yeah,
he's black.
so that's like.
But that's besides the point.
No, that matters, because that's tampering truth. You know,
Again,
that's,
we don't know the powers that be. What the fuck they really wrote? We don't know.
Well,
who-
we're not in
Look, bro,
position, because what it says in the books.
Bro, I'm at a point in
the
my life
divine
where I
books-
don't believe anybody, especially the people
we
that I
shouldn't,
don't know.
though. We shouldn't. We should only believe authentic revelation. You shouldn't believe people, because it tells you in the book, don't believe man, because man changed what has been revealed.
But who
You know what I'm
taught you
saying?
everything?
Who taught who everything?
Man. Because, bro,
That's not true.
How long ago was the Quran passed
The
down?
experience that you just had in the car.
Okay,
A man didn't teach you that.
I understand.
God taught you that.
But I wasn't looking for God at the time. It just
It
happened.
don't matter.
When I wasn't looking
'Cause
for
God
God.
gives understanding to whom He pleases.
But I came to a point in my life, bro, where I put myself in everyone's shoes. Like, I was putting myself in everyone's pain. So I put myself in my sister's shoes and feel her pain
So
deeply.
what is that?
And
That's compassion, no?
that is
Does it
compassion.
not explain how the prophets, the Jesuses, the Moseses, they had lots of compassion, and because of their compassion and because of their love for their Creator and their trust in God, they tapped into other things.
Okay, I
miracles
tapped into
started
something.
happening. Yeah, so yeah.
What am I supposed to do
never,
with that?
Well, of course.
What am I
we
supposed
wouldn't
to
say
do
you
with
tapped into. You didn't tap into anything.
But that's not
on a
it's not
prophetic
like,
level.
Yeah,
but
it's not like
yes,
somebody
you have-
came down and talked to me. I
you
just
had
felt
good. You had a good revelation.
I felt like this.
From
I
God.
felt
You know what I'm saying? Because
I-
all good comes from God.
I got an intimation. Like, I got a little piece of what good really feels like.
Mm-hmm.
And while it was happening, I remember saying in my head, I was like, this is good. I pick good forever. I was like, my bad. I was like,
All
you know what
good
I'm saying?
comes from
I was
God,
like,
man.
this is fire. I was like, whatever this is, I want this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, it was the most amazing, like, you know, I've done shrooms, this, that. Not even fuck. You can't even, nothing can compare to that feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not that I'm even, like, when it first happened.
And I know, you know, even though I never experienced it, I know exactly what you're talking about, because I've heard people who've had like certain experiences where they've experienced these crazy type of emotions and things that you're talking about right now, you know. But like you said, it only happens to, you know, those who got big hearts, I would say. You
It's
know,
not-
that makes
I-
sense.
but I don't think I have a big heart. I do, and it's annoying. Hold on.
I was about to call your bullshit.
Hold on. But I think
that's lie.
I think the point was I asked questions.
Yeah.
But I asked deep questions of myself, not deep questions of God.
But the truth is also you held yourself accountable, and that's something that a lot of people don't do. You know, a lot of people run
Not
from the
really,
truth.
bro. Because I feel how many times I quit smoking weed, I started again.
No, but no. Well, when I first met you, you told me, you said, yeah. You said my first experience taking shrooms, I felt like I don't know what you said. I don't remember fully, but you understand what I'm trying to say. I just feel like you're truthful with thyself, you know, and I feel like through you being truthful with thyself, you found yourself. Because there's a lot of people who aren't truthful with themselves. There's a lot of people who suffer trauma till today, and they never will be honest even with themselves.
That shit is
and when
fucking
people bring
painful,
it
bro.
up, but when people bring it up to them, they'll turn you into an enemy. You know, it's like they're manipulated by Satan without realizing it.
No, because they don't know, bro. They don't know. It's like through truth. Yeah, it might be painful. The truth hurts, but it sets you free, bro.
But you decided to be truthful with thyself. There's another person.
Because nothing else fucking worked.
There's a junkie who walks down the street every day. He will refuse. And you
Bro,
know we know.
I couldn't.
You know we know that
You know
there's
what it was?
motherfuckers who walk down the street every day who will refuse
You know, you
to
want
be
to know the
truthful
truth, though,
with
bro?
thyself.
What sucks? Huh? Yeah, just pull the gate up. You good. You know what sucks though?
Mhm.
It was like, I did it for myself, but I kind of knew I had responsibility to my family.
I think it takes a man of a different cloth to be honest with thyself. I think there's two types of men in this world. There's cowards and then there's real men. There's kings and then there's fucking the other fucking things. There's Abels and
No,
then
bro,
there's kings.
I feel like there's a king in everyone, but the
Yes,
thing
but
is,
not everybody will extract their king.
they can though, bro. It's
It
not,
doesn't
it's not
matter
our
about they
process.
kin.
'Cause look,
what
being
matters is God has made this
Nah, you don't gotta
universe.
do all that. Don't worry.
God has made this universe completely balanced. You know what I'm saying? To where there's both. You know, so now it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, everybody could be good, but the truth is, no matter how good you are, the world's not gonna. Not everybody in the fucking world's gonna be good. There'll always be a battle of good and evil.
But that's why I'm
You
trying.
know? There'll always be a battle of good and evil. There'll always be good men, bad women and good women, good children and bad children, good dogs and bad dogs, good fruits and bad fruits. You know, it's all the same thing.
I hear you, man, but I feel like we've made simple man shit into like some kind of great progress.
I think us men, we
You know
put
what I'm trying to
ourselves,
say?
I think us men, we are very, very arrogant as a whole. I think we put ourselves on pedestals. I think us humans, we put ourselves on pedestals, even to just put ourselves, because you know how you hear some people say, oh, we're all gods. I think that's such disrespect to the creator of the moon and the sun and the earth that orbits, you know. I just think, you know, it just tells us, it shows us how much there is for us to learn. Like, we're nothing. We're like ants, you know. It's just
Smaller than ants.
smaller than ants, brother. We'll be here and we will be gone, you know. Dust, my brother. So I just think the
No,
truth
but look,
is
but-
just
but
doing
my-
good
but-
while we're here,
yeah,
man.
but that's the thing, though.
Spreading good,
but that's
speaking
the thing. I
good.
feel like while we're here, right?
Yeah.
You can plant seeds in people's heads, like tell people the simplest things that you think don't matter, are the things that matter the most. Like brushing your
Absolutely.
teeth all the time,
Absolutely.
every morning and every night. Like why?
Absolutely.
I don't want to. Like I'll do it in the morning, or I'll do it at night.
Yeah.
Do it all the time. Fix your bed all
Do
the
it
time.
all the time.
All the little things that don't
Absolutely.
matter, the things that matter the most. I don't know. In my life, I realized that when I was in too much thought, always thinking.
That's a whole nother
'Cause,
conversation.
hold on. what are thoughts? They're just
I think-
fragments of memories.
You know,
fragments of
it's
the
funny
past.
you brought that up. I think thoughts is what I was telling somebody close to me yesterday. I think thoughts is like, if you think something, I think it's kind of like Satan in a sense. Because, you know, everybody talks about,
Okay,
but hear me out
no,
now.
please,
Hear me
yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Because life is natural selection. Animals know this. This is the wisdom that animals know that we don't have. If there's an animal who got an eye missing, he's not sad that his eye missing because he knows like natural selection is like God's natural choice. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And compared to us, man, who will sit there and dwell on the fact that they got an eye missing and going through all this self-suffering and self-pain, all because
Why me? Why me? Why
yeah.
me? Why me? Why
But
me?
the
Why
truth
me?
is-
Why?
But it's it's
Why, God? Why?
Yes, but it's ignorant because you're saying why to the perfect measurer.
No.
the perfect calculator.
You're
So
but
the
you're saying
perfect-
why to nobody that's gonna answer you
but,
also.
But it's but what you are asking why to is so perfect a calculation. Like everything happens exactly
Yeah, but-
how it's fucking
Okay,
supposed
but-
to happen.
and look-
at the exact time that it's supposed to happen.
because okay, so
Nothing changes
so
it.
people suffer.
That's God.
So people suffer
Yeah.
because of thought and memory. Thought and memory equals time, right?
Yeah.
So
This is interesting.
hold on.
Okay.
So thought and memory equal time, right?
Mhm.
So every time you think about the past, you're caught up. You're like, why this like this? Why this happened with this chick? Why this that? When the thing is, that was just a moment ago.
Part of the journey.
But that's the thing, and not only is it part of the journey, it's happened already.
Yeah.
And it's fragmented. You don't have that full memory.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, and then you think about the future. What 5 years from now, next week. Not that you shouldn't have some kind of plan, but even the ideal. You can never really hit the ideal. It's always going to change. Yeah, it might move around. You'll get somewhere close to it, but you'll never get exactly where you want to go. So it's like, if you look at time as one movement, like, you know what I'm saying, there is no past, future. It's all just right now. This conversation.
Absolutely.
Hold on. This is this conversation right now.
Yeah.
Right? So if it's this conversation right now, me and you should be very, you know what I'm saying, and trying to figure things out, like, question, like, why the fuck are we even, what are people even, what's the issue? Why is everybody bugging out right now? What's going on?
I think
with
people are
the world?
bugging out because they don't have faith.
No, people are bugging out because they don't have clarity of thought. I'm telling you, bro,
I
because
think
I didn't
faith.
have clarity of thought.
I think it's all faith. People fear death. People fear this. People fear that. And that's the thing. Even death itself.
People, again, because that goes back to thought. You know what I'm trying to say? The reason, all right, say you're having good thoughts or bad thoughts, right?
Yeah.
Why do you have to even identify with them at all? Why just like,
meaning how? What do you mean?
meaning like, you're like, oh man, I'm so depressed today, I'm so sad today.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Or like, oh, I'm so hyped that I'm this, that. Thoughts are just like, again, you know what I'm saying? It's like psychological, emotional.
Manufactured too, kind of.
Manufactured, you know what I'm trying to say? Just to keep your mind busy.
In
You
a
can just look
sense.
at your thoughts and kind of like, kind of step away from them and just be in the
Absolutely.
moment.
And
So
I think sometimes, a lot of times, I know that you do that a lot because, we psilocybin boys and shit, you know what I mean?
Well, remember how you
You know?
said the devil's thoughts?
Yeah.
So it's like, remember you go back to Adam and Eve. I don't think it was an apple. I think the original story, it was psilocybin mushrooms. And when they got into too much thought is when people got into trouble. Do you understand what I'm saying? Instead of just being day by day and taking care of all the
Well, remember, too,
responsibilities.
they were also in paradise when this transpired.
Again,
You know what I'm saying?
But they were in paradise not thinking. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Paradise.
Why would you need to think in paradise? Everything's perfect.
Were they in paradise?
Once-
I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, they were in
Double
paradise.
check that
They were
out.
in paradise.
They were in paradise.
They were in paradise.
Yes.
You don't have to think in paradise. Everything's perfect. What is
Uh-huh.
there to think about? How perfect everything is? You just be. And then once you eat the fruit from the forbidden tree, and you get, say it's mushrooms, and you start thinking too much.
I don't necessarily would say it's mushrooms because some people would say
There's
it's
a
marijuana.
book. There's
'cause it says
there's a
tree.
book called Jesus and the Sacred Cross.
Yeah.
That said original Christianity started with pagan rituals from mushrooms, and they say that
Yes.
Jesus Christ got his revelations.
But what
while,
is a
hold on,
pagan?
they're saying while he fasted for those 40 days,
So this is important though.
he took mushrooms.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. What is a pagan though?
A person, I have fucking no idea. I couldn't tell you.
Pagans are people who worship statues, right? That's what a pagan is, right? Pagan is people who worship statues, right? Abraham was sent, right? Well, who was he sent to? He was sent to people who worship statues. So I think like that right there shows you though. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't trust that source, anything from pagans, bro, because a pagan builds a statue and worships
No, but
the
my
statue.
whole
and asks
point-
the statue to forgive him.
My whole point was, bro, like history is so. You don't know what the fuck went on. I feel like people got their kind. Why would why
Yes.
would
This is
psilocybin
true.
mushrooms even exist in this reality? Why would you take a mushroom
But
and
why
it
would
make you,
THC exist? Why would fentanyl
you're not
exist?
meant
Why
to
would
smoke it.
methamphetamine
if you're not meant to smoke it? I'll get you a little closer. They can't hear us.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't these things
Hold
exist?
on. Methamphetamine was created by us, but mushrooms grow.
Yes, but God allowed it to become into
No.
existence.
Yeah, but that could have been by thought manufactured by the devil,
Yes.
where weed was divinely grown, and so were
But
mushrooms.
see,
That took billions
why
of
does
years
the
of
devil exist? Why did God create a world with the devil exist?
because how else are you gonna know how else would you know
Yes.
good without bad?
Because who qualifies for God's grace? Okay? Who qualifies for God's grace? That's all it comes down to. Who qualifies? May God make us all qualify for the grace. You feel me? Amen. But yeah, man.
Nah, bro, what you talking about? Listen to me, bro. Why would mushrooms exist in this world If
Bro,
like,
but why does but it's the same thing though. Like if you it's
okay,
like relative.
if we
like
exist,
shrooms,
why shouldn't we smoke it?
and it's
But the
same,
thing is, we smoke it and we abuse it.
because it's like killing exists, so why shouldn't we kill?
What do you mean? Hold on.
Molestation exists, so why don't we? No, because
Nah.
it's all relative. I don't think. I think. How do I say
What do you
this? I
mean?
think life.
What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying is I just think all, like.
Hold on.
What I'm saying is this: I'm not gonna pinpoint any revelation to any substance. All revelation comes from
Oh.
God direct, minus substance. I'm not saying that the shrooms were or were not involved. What I'm saying is shrooms, marijuana, anything. I don't want to put any substance to the revelation
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying
because what's
all
been
these-
revealed is that anything that intoxicates the mind is bad
But
for
how-
you
but
and
what
it's
is-
misguidance.
But what is considered?
So that's-
how do you know that's considered intoxication? Like, what is your definition of intoxication?
Intoxication is not in your regular state of mind. So I'm not saying that I'm somebody.
You're not in your regular state of mind.
No.
smoke
We're
bud,
talking
no?
about befogged mind. Your mind is befogged. You know. So yeah, when it's befogged, I think
My brain's not befogged on mushrooms.
it definitely is. Like
Not
my brain
mine.
is befogged on shrooms,
Bro, I've done
on
mushrooms.
weed, on alcohol,
Alcohol's different.
you know.
No, you can't say that.
And I'm not saying I knock it. I'm not saying I knock shrooms, but I think everything in moderation is the most important. I love the shrooms, but I think it has to be in moderation.
I agree with everything, but that's what I'm saying.
Just like weed, though.
My point is, why do these things exist in this reality? Like, why are mushrooms even a thing in life at all?
It's a discipline. Because
No,
God
my
told us
point
to
is,
keep your
like,
hands
look,
off
look,
it,
hold on.
and we still touch it.
I'm just why?
I mean,
But God don't say keep your hands.
yeah,
off.
off of bud, everything. I mean, listen, anything that
Nah, bro,
befogs
I
the
don't
mind.
believe that, bro.
Yeah, anything that, I do. So you think God is proud of us when we drink?
I don't drink.
Yeah, but drinking is a form of intoxicant, no?
I don't drink though.
I mean, I'm telling you, I smoke every day.
I do smoke.
I'm
bud.
high right now.
Me
You know what I'm
too.
saying? But I still don't think that takes away from the fact that, you know, like I'm
'Cause
not
it's
gonna say
intentions,
I'm
bro.
not gonna say, oh, because I smoke, this is right.
My point
You know what I'm
is-
saying?
No, it's not that. It's like,
'Cause I'm not
okay,
sure.
I smoke bud because I'm probably addicted, and
Mhm.
I like the way I feel like it makes me more creative. Number one.
See,
But
that's real though. I like how you said that because that's the truth though.
that is
Like,
facts.
yeah.
But look, and I'm not addicted in the sense where I can't kick it. If in a week, if I stop, I could kick it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
But you don't want to kick
I
it.
know I don't want.
I don't
it's-
wanna kick it.
It's not that I don't want to kick it.
Yeah.
I do want to kick it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you see that duality. It's like
Yeah,
I'm in
because the
conflict.
way my relationship with God, I tell God, I'm not perfect. Forgive me for what I do wrong and strengthen me to be better. But I'm just me. You know, I'm here.
I don't know,
I
man.
love smoking.
No,
you know?
because it's like I don't want. What are you gonna? We're gonna smoke forever. I feel
Well,
like it's not even
God,
good for the
guys,
lungs, bro.
it's
It's
on
not good
God's
for the
terms. My lungs serve Him. You know what I mean? So I'll stop smoking at the exact time when I'm supposed to. I don't smoke no cigarettes no more, no Black and Milds. I'm happy.
You
But
vape or anything like that?
huh?
You vape or anything or just bud?
No, bro.
Do you smoke more bud though because you don't smoke Black and Milds?
Yeah. So but that's the thing though. But I love smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? But if
Look,
you ask me
I
what is
vape-
weed in my life, I would say weed is a vice. Like cigarettes is a vice, pornography is a vice, masturbation is a vice. Like these are vices. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's two types of men in this world. There's a man of purpose and a man of pleasure, right? So there's certain things that we could do that engages in our purpose, manhood, and there's certain activities that we can engage in which engages in a man of pleasure. A man of pleasure is a man who go and masturbate, watch porn, take a nap, play video games 'cause they don't feel like doing shit. And a man of purpose is a man who, you know what I'm saying, you know the type of vibes we be on.
Well,
You know?
you have the
That's-
man. You have the
you know.
man of pleasure.
But we've both been each.
course.
We're both of
Well,
them.
Pleasure's
It's a
cheap.
battle.
Pleasure's cheap. Joy you have to cultivate. To have joy in your life, you have to do all the right things for yourself, and then slowly watch the results manifest.
Yeah.
And not results just manifest in time. Just you put in the work, and you see eventually. We all want instant gratification. You smoke a blunt, feel good right now. Get some head, feel good right now. Whatever the fucking case may be. Eat a sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Eat a bag
I
of chips.
think the problem is sometimes people lack purpose. So when people lack purpose, when a man lacks purpose, a man can't really be his full self. You know how you said that, like when you like got married, that you like became like. You remember when I was, you know, when you was going through your growth phase and you was telling me like, you know, like you really like, you know what I'm saying? You're starting to like hold yourself accountable and do all these things, but this all transpired as you was in a relationship. And if you notice this, I was in the door of that as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like sometimes I believe too, like even love like will make a man want to work towards being a better man. You know, because like I said, there's men like we both know men. I know for a fact who are just dwelling in their pleasure. But it's instant gratification pleasure, which leads to really depression. Because, man, we're here to serve a purpose. And if we don't have a purpose, then
I agree.
We crumble.
No, I completely agree. And I think it's not that I needed a wife per se.
No.
But it was like I found the person that was just, like, again, I broke my identity.
But it was but your certainty on knowing that she was the one, because I remember how.
It's not just that, though. It was the combination of
purpose.
I broke the identity of I'm Albanian, I'm this, I'm that. And I went for it. For a person that was nowhere, like, okay, she's Muslim, you know what I'm saying? But that wasn't even the first thing on my mind. I was like, are you Muslim? And she's like, yeah. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Your name's Medina. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, I broke all the conditioning that I had. I was just like, you know what? Because I'm weird, bro. If you, like, in the moment, like, I love, like, I fall in love. Like, I'm like, okay, I love you. You know, boom. Mm-hmm. And I just get all these, I'm such a weird fucking person. But it's like,
but the point is, man, you live with purpose. You know what I'm saying? No, and I think because you live with purpose.
Not that I live with, I'm looking. It's not that I'm looking, I'm like,
searching for your purpose.
Not searching, pulling my purpose out of me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because your purpose is there. You know your purpose. Your purpose has always been within you. But we're so caught up in thoughts and this and that. We never just see. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're so blind by so many different things that everything's really right in front of us, bro. We get caught up in, I want to blow up, I want to get famous, I want this.
But what do you think the purpose is? Do you think everybody has the same common purpose in life, or do you think everybody has different purposes? What's your thought on that?
I feel like no matter what, bro, everything's gonna happen the way it's gonna happen anyways, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't take it too serious.
So what's the purpose of all of this?
If
somebody looks at all of this, like, right, okay, God sent all these prophets, these 25 prophets, all this stuff, all of this. So what's the purpose? Do everybody have a common purpose, or is everybody's purpose different?
I've thought about this.
Does everybody have different destinies, common purposes, but do some of us not live up to our purpose and face the consequences for not fulfilling our purpose? And maybe is our purpose to be the same as the sun and the moon and the earth that just orbits and doesn't complain, doesn't sadden, it just does its job and makes the world a better place, and people are able to live because of its duty to the universe?
If you want to get technical, the way I thought about it is, I feel like us human beings, we try to mimic the creator in the most rudimentary ways as like children. So we'll make cars and computers and this. Computers are our closest way that we're trying to copy the creator. Hold on,
do you think it's wrong to mimic the creator? Yes.
No, it's not. We don't even realize that. We're trying to mimic the thing that we're already in. We're trying to create these virtual realities and all these things. But my whole point is, imagine God's like, okay, I got to create a system that constantly, like, okay, we're in this, right?
Yes.
We're not trapped in this, but we're in this, whatever this is.
We're the souls that didn't experience death and don't know what transpires after life yet. We're the souls that exist.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know anything.
No, because there were souls on Earth before, like 100 years ago.
You still don't know, but hold on, hear me out.
No, 100 years ago, we know that our grandparents was alive. They was young, okay, right? And we know that half of these motherfuckers is dead now, right?
Yeah.
And we know that new people coming into this Earth. Right.
So why is it like this? Why is it 100 years ago?
Like there might be 70 billion people on Earth, but there was like
7 billion.
7 billion.
9 billion.
Oh, 9 some shit. Whatever. Yeah, but there might be X amount of billion people on Earth, but there was Xfinity amount of people who were unearthed and passed already. That's the scary thing, because it's like, wow, all these souls.
Not really.
All these people.
Because think about it like this: we all share the same common consciousness. So does anybody really die if it's all the same brain that came out that multiplied and multiplied and multiplied?
Well, it says in the scriptures,
because you think you have your own, you think you're having your own like separate experience, but you could be
Yeah.
hallucinating all this right now.
It's-
And this is all your own world. Everybody around you, all this is all your own
It
hallucination.
says
None of it is
it
real.
says in the scriptures. do
Because
you
you're
think,
experiencing
let me
from
say this.
within you.
Yeah, let me say this though, because it says in the scriptures. It says, It said, do you really think that those who fight and who've fulfilled their purpose in the way of God, do you think that they have dead and passed away? Indeed, they are still alive, and little do y'all know.
No, of course it is, because
Maybe the good that they
because-
left while they were
no,
here.
consciousness matters.
Yeah, bro.
Meaning, like, it
yeah, they
permeates.
reached a
So
certain
it's like a
level,
So it's
of
like
faith
if we make
and
it-
trust in their creator. I
'cause look,
believe.
so-
I believe that's what it is.
So let me go back. So imagine 100 years ago, people were a certain kind of savage.
Yeah.
And then 80 years ago, they were a little less savage.
Because that's
hold on,
the thing.
Hold on,
There's
real
two
quick,
different-
hold on,
there's-
real quick.
Okay.
And then 60 years ago, they were a little less savage. And 40 years ago, they were a little less savage. 20 years ago, a little less savage. And here we are today.
Mhm.
How does that happen? How do people go from like,
Evolution.
but
And
No, I feel-
colonizing and shit
no,
like
I'm-
that.
that too, I feel like because I had that kind of experience, you did too. Does that make sense? Like,
Because we were born in the
because-
same age.
Not only that, it's because we share. You've been in my field for so long. We've been in each other's field, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, say there was a transformation in my brain. Something happened where I see things a certain kind of way. That
Yeah.
I don't really go by thought anymore. I kind of just try to see the world for what it is.
Yeah.
And if I can convey that to other people, that they're no longer, they're kind of just seeing, forget their biases, forget what
Yeah.
they know. Like, I don't know anything. Let me just try to see things for what they are. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Okay.
You guys just say it out loud. It doesn't even matter.
You know,
I'm
we
fucking
locked in,
tired.
man. We talking, the conscious mind and the reason why we are here. That this is a very important topic because one thing that's promised to everybody is that one day we will die. You know what I'm saying? That's common for everybody. I was talking to my
That's the
man
thing. I
about
don't really
this.
think you die though.
No, but what I mean is,
I feel like the
no,
body
you're
dies.
definitely dead though.
No,
what I mean
you
is,
don't.
nigga,
You're not
nigga,
really dead though.
No, look,
You're
all right,
not really
hold
dead
up.
because we share the same common consciousness.
Yes,
If I'm still,
but
if
it's
everybody
still an experience.
dies, no, if
but it's still an
everybody
experience
dies,
that your soul has not experienced yet.
it doesn't.
Okay, you don't know that experience of being in the grave when they're
But you
burying
don't-
you. We don't know that yet.
But you don't know.
Don't
But-
know what.
But we do know that we all share the same common consciousness. So it's like, if my friend Mike died from a heart attack,
Yeah.
I still remember him all the time. I still hear him, still hear his voice.
Yes.
So where did he really go if he's still in my head?
Bro, he's not here though.
I hear you, but what is he? This,
But that's like the astral world. What
you
you
don't
said- what
even
you
know.
telling me?
You don't know what's before. You don't know what's after.
Yes, but God knows. God knows what's
But
before
we
and
don't
after.
know. But again,
Yeah.
what if like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
No, bro. God knows what comes before, what comes after, and what's been revealed to us is after this
it wasn't
life.
revealed to. It was not revealed to me, bro.
It's been revealed to the world, though.
I hear
Because
you.
the world has access to it. So it has been revealed
Bro,
to you.
if you're born,
but the
if
question
you're raised a
is,
Hasidic Jew,
I've read the Torah though.
have you really?
Yes,
Back
and I've
forth?
read the Bible.
Back
Yes,
and-
bro.
have you really?
Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
I can't
Yes,
believe it.
bro.
Did you
No,
really
you
do that?
have to, bro.
Nah, I can't do
Yeah,
that.
because it's
Nah, I don't want to. It's
because
like reading the
it-
Bhagavad Gita. I don't want to read none
I
of those
respect
things.
the Bible just like I respect the
Hold on,
Quran,
hold
just
on.
like I respect
I've
the
read
Torah.
so how many self-help books?
Because they all originally was sent from our Creator.
Again.
Okay, but the Quran is gonna be what I follow because that's the one that wasn't changed by man. You know what I'm saying? So
I
that
get that.
explains.
But why? Look, bro,
Yeah.
you have all the answers. Look, how many self-help books did I read?
Yeah,
that
but
I don't
fuck
read-
a
hold on, hold on,
self-help
real
book.
quick.
That's
I don't
extracurricular
remember.
activity,
I don't
'cause you
remember.
gotta read a
hold
lot
on,
of
hold
those,
on.
too.
I don't remember.
Uh-huh. I read a lot of those.
I don't remember anything from those things. Zero.
I tried to.
No, zero. It's
I
like I
tried
read
to.
those books and I realize this is nothing that I need to because
Read
everything
Atomic
Bro,
Habits,
you
though.
have
That's
to.
a good book,
I've
guys.
read Atomic Habits.
That book
Hold
is
on, real
fucking
stop.
fire,
Real-
bro.
Who is that by again?
I don't remember.
No,
But that
it's
book,
by
Pat
Tim
Flynn?
Ferriss. Tim Ferriss. Is it by Tim Ferriss?
I thought it was Pat Flynn. I don't know. But
Anyways,
that's a good fucking
Hold
book,
on.
man.
But none
Huh?
of those fucking books taught me anything. Yeah, it gave me a little, maybe some kind of ideas, but the insight
Yeah.
always came from myself. Always came
No.
from me. Yes.
A'udhu billah. And the reason why I say that is because
Do you know what
it
insight
came
is?
from within.
Insight
Listen.
comes from the mind.
Yeah, hold
Thoughts
up,
come
hold
from
up,
the
hold up.
brain.
It came from within, right? But there's a difference of believing. It's a difference between trusting and having faith in God, and it's a difference between trusting and having faith in yourself. There's an understanding between having that God gives you trust and faith from yourself, but all knowledge and all things that are taught are only taught to us through God alone. The wisdom that you have is taught through God, and there's abundance of more wisdom that you don't have, that if God is merciful, he'll reveal it to you. Just like me and everybody else.
Yeah, but you have to get to, before God picks his prophets, be it Jesus, be it Muhammad, be it whoever, they need to get to a place within themselves first to understand something
but
about
they don't have
life,
to worry.
and then they have
Yeah.
to step out from the
But the
field
thing is,
of the whole game.
But that trial
No,
of
hold on,
stepping
hold on.
out,
You step out
God's
from the field
gonna
of the
put them
game, and
through
then
that.
you can see the whole game. Then you
Yeah.
can explain to everybody, listen, bro, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're
Yeah,
wrong. You're all fucking
yeah.
shot. This is what's going on. This is how you have to be in life.
Yeah, but we got to remember the story of Moses, because you got to remember Moses thought that he knew, and I want to say this before we cut everything off, because I know we're
Yeah,
almost done.
I'm fucking
But
shot too.
Moses thought that he knew more than everybody else because he spoke to God directly versus everybody else who never spoke to God directly, which makes sense, because if God spoke to you directly, you would think that you know more than everybody. Can't nobody
I
tell
think
you
I'm
nothing.
fucking tripping balls,
Of
bro,
course,
if I started
no,
hearing
but
voices like, yo,
nobody will be
Scott.
able to tell you shit. But what happened was, when that happened, God sent another prophet to Moses who knew more than Moses to teach Moses something about knowledge. And the lesson in the knowledge was, we always, like, God is always teaching us every moment of our life. We're only a student, experiencing this ultra infinite intelligence from this creator.
What's the point of all
It's
this?
so beautiful.
What's the point of all this? Just the experience?
Exaltedness is
Just
he.
to see
Exaltedness
his fucking.
is
'cause
he,
think
bro.
about it like this real
That's
quick.
why, bro.
Imagine
Yeah,
billions
we're
and billions
nothing.
and billions and billions
It's
of years
beautiful.
of evolution
Yes.
just to get to this point to have this conversation.
Yeah, it's beautiful,
Isn't
bro.
that very complex?
Yes, bro.
It's
Exalted
it's
is
too
God,
complex.
bro. And to God
And
we
the
will all
odds of it
return.
happening are very, 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 very small.
But everything happens exactly how
I
it's
don't know.
supposed to
It's
happen.
very interesting.
You know, exactly how it's supposed to be.
Thank you, my brother.
So
This
yes,
was-
man.
This was a pleasure.
Episode 1 of The Sauce. Make sure y'all tap in. We out here, baby. That was interesting, bro. Good combo, man.